touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton. How is everybody doing today? We got a great show. We are coming up with something a little bit different. We're going to be doing more stuff on specific topics. I am with Nick, who's the producer, and he is in the chair. So that is
pushing
now
buttons today.
changing. You are pushing buttons, Nick. This is going to be a lot of fun today. I won't yell at Nick. Everybody knows on the YouTube channel, I yell at Nick, and they get a kick out of that. But I'm not going to yell at Nick today. It's his learning day. I'm going to call it that. But we're going to have a lot of fun today because we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. And, we're going to take a topic. We're going to speak for about an hour or so on it and get your opinions and people. We're going to really start promoting it the right way as well, Nick. I think we got to do that because we're getting a lot of people who are liking it. We do get a big audience. And let's give them a better product. That's how I'm looking at it,
I think, yeah.
So before I get started, let's go, everybody. You know my book, Gangster Redemption. Come on. Check it out. We got to talk about the book someday, really in depth. Some stories I haven't spoke about. There is so many stories in that book, and you can get that in any link in any of our videos or right here. Obviously, our sponsor on this show is Oliva Cigar. They are a great company. They are out of South Florida. They are the third largest cigar company in the world. They're great guys. They make my Crooked Diamond cigar, which I will be smoking, and that is one of my luxuries.
Is it still family owned?
Yeah, well, yes. Now it's a Belgian company actually brought it out.
Okay.
But my cigars right here, Crooked Diamond cigars, I'll be smoking, and I love my cigars, but I haven't been smoking as much lately. For some reason, I just haven't. It's not like, well, you looking at me like I'm crazy.
I haven't noticed that fact. No.
You haven't?
No, I haven't noticed. No.
Yes, I haven't actually. But we're gonna have a lot of fun today because we're gonna talk about conspiracy. But I also want to mention Manscaped. I've been using Manscaped for a long time. I just got another commercial with them, and they're great guys. And they also have a new beard hedger. It's a trimmer for your beard. And obviously, anybody who knows me, watch the YouTube channel, they know I have a beard now. So I have to keep it trimmed, and I'm going to be trimming it today, Nick.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because he's always telling me I should have kept it longer.
I thought you were going to cut it for the commercial.
No.
But no.
No.
That was the plan, but it's not
I
anymore.
knew that was never the plan, but that was your plan.
You went along with the plan, I guess.
No, I went off the plan, if you want to call it that. But anyway, we did the commercial. That's going to be coming out soon. And they're great people over there. And I want to give them a sponsor. And if you go to manscaped.com, just go to manscaped.com and use Lawton20. You get 20% off on everything. The head trimmer, the 4.0, the trimmer, the 2.0, the nose and ear thing. It's cool shit. Believe it or not, I use that stuff. And now you got a kit, Nick.
Yeah, you have your kit. I see the kit out every day.
Yeah, I do.
You are using it.
And
I really like their like nail clippers and that little kit.
That's the whole performance package. That comes with the whole package. I think it comes with the package. But that's pretty cool. And they got, they got ball reliever, ball freshener.
So
I mean, I love that shit. And it's Father's Day, man. So check it out. I think you guys will like it. That's manscaped.com. Use code Lawton20 and you'll get 20% off everything. And that's pretty good, actually. Not a bad deal. $100 thing, it's $80. It's a lot of money. Anyway, let's get into this show. Nick, we always rapping about something, talking about something here on the show or whatever we're doing. And what do we have here? We're going to be talking about conspiracy. Our first show together, Nick as the producer, as Nick's going to be on the board. He's going to get to use the sound machine. He's going to change the buttons over. He did. And look, he knows all the sound. Oh, there he goes. He's learning. So Nick is going to be on the board, and we're going to have guests. We're going to have a bunch of stuff. But we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. And here's what I want to talk about it, Nick.
Are you a big conspiracy guy?
No.
No?
You are. I know that.
I'm not, I like to hear them. I love hearing the conspiracies for sure. Do I believe every single conspiracy? No, not at all. But I will listen to them. I will listen to all these conspiracies. They're great.
At what point do you say, these fucking people are crazy? I mean...
Oh, instantly. Most of the time. I'll
really?
Instantly just be like, this is just a great story.
There
are some of them that are like, I don't know. Because you just don't know is the thing. And that's when it gets to the line where it's I just really don't know. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
nobody's gonna know everything of anything. You know
Is
what I
the
mean?
world flat? No, I really don't. That's one where it's like, come on now.
But
Do you think
why
that-
don't you believe? I mean, they'll come up with reasons. You know that people will come up with reasons.
I've seen plenty of videos of these flat earthers like trying to come up with reasons and then prove themselves wrong on the video and just like ignore the facts that they just
Okay.
proved the world was round.
What was the first conspiracy theory you remember or you heard or something of that nature? You know what I mean?
Probably 9/11 was
Oh,
the
wow.
first one where I was a kid and I was like,
A-
oh, could this be
You
a
know-
thing? Like it was like a thing in fourth grade where it was like, well, my dad, not my, but some other kid would be like, well, my dad said that the government did it, and I was like, what? What the heck? Like the government?
Well, it's funny because the 9/11 one, I heard that one too. And it's funny because, my dad built the World Trade Center.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You say that, and that's crazy. And then we watched that stuff about the mob and how they really do all own that.
Now,
That's
I'm not
crazy.
bullshit. I don't
That's
bullshit.
really
I told you
crazy.
that one thing. I'll never bullshit.
You said, "Hey, do you know the mob owned all of the unions?" And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I didn't think you were bullshitting, but I took it with a grain of salt.
I've
And
never
then-
told you something that hasn't been right.
Not
have I?
yet, no.
No, I'm
Not
not gonna.
yet.
It's funny because what Nick is talking about, we're talking about the 9/11.
And that could be a totally
yeah.
the mob owning the unions could be a conspiracy, and it's probably a true conspiracy that they own.
No, you got to remember what a conspiracy is. A conspiracy is something where people take what the norm is and move it into their own theory. Like, this can't. It was so outrageous. Like something happened that was so bad, the World Trade Center, that it can't be
the
real.
mob running the unions is a conspiracy to me until I figured out that it was real. I didn't think that was real. I really didn't. That's a conspiracy.
See,
I thought it was a conspiracy that people really thought that the mob owned and ran New York. I did not know that. So technically, that's a conspiracy to me. And then I figured that the shit out was legit, and they owned all the unions,
Well, it's funny, Nick.
the cement companies or whatever they were doing.
It's it's construction.
All of them.
It's the union construction, all the unions. But it's funny because when I talk to you, I have to remember your age compared to my age, because obviously I was there when they had hearings and facts came out and a lot of literally reporting by multiple agencies. Like I often say, what's a conspiracy? How do you know it's not true? Why is he right, that right? I often say, listen, if you have 1,000 scientists and 999 say the world is round and one says it's flat, I gotta go with the fucking
for
round.
sure.
It's like a doctor.
But before all those facts came out, was it not a conspiracy?
Well, again, it's not a conspiracy; it's untold truth or an unknown. That's
what
different. But
conspiracies
a theory is when there's enough facts or supposable facts, like you said. Now you're getting into maybe some fraud or something of that nature. A conspiracy theory, okay. I remember conspiracy theories a lot before. I remember 9/11 one very well, and I still remember. And do you know the basis of it?
Wasn't it George Bush?
No, they said, people have to come out. Like you said,
Oh,
I saw the planes hit.
Yeah, and people are like,
That's
jet
not a
fuel,
conspiracy.
Jet fuel can't melt beams. How
Right.
it fall through the yeah.
Right.
But people, even if the planes did hit, people are still saying it fell weird. Like they probably put bombs.
Right, the way it
Yeah,
fell.
the way it fell.
And then you get architects and you get engineers who actually tell you the science of how it can happen. And wow, it's very plausible. I mean, the way is legit, the heat of it and the heaviness of that. And then it's like taking out one piece in the middle and then it comes down like a domino.
Like a Jenga.
Yeah, Kajango or something like
Yeah.
that. It's funny because, my dad, that was a big deal when that happened. And, because, man, I was on the roof of that when it was the 103rd story. It was 110 stories. It was the 103rd was the roof. And they took us or tied ropes around my brother.
Oh, you were locked up.
No.
When it happened? You
Oh,
weren't
when
locked
it
up?
happened.
Yeah.
When it happened, not when it was built.
No, but when it happened, you were like, how
No.
was that in?
It ended up being, there were a lot of prisons. The prison system got locked down
Yeah.
because white people kept stabbing the Muslim people because Muslims were cheering.
Fuck. Oh, really?
Oh, they thought it was a joke. Oh yeah, America suck. And then you got a lot of Americans in there, and that
Oh,
didn't fucking go over
shit.
well. They got killed. A lot of people. So most prisons in the whole United States were locked down.
For how long?
It depends. I don't know. Ours was locked down for 2 weeks.
You guys are just in your cells for 2 weeks? You
Never
couldn't
leave.
come out?
Never leave.
Holy shit.
They didn't even. Matter of fact, they're supposed to give you showers. Or shit, but they don't.
Did your dad call or anything? You talked to your dad about it?
Oh, I talked to
How
my
do you
dad.
feel?
I talked to my dad even when I got out. He was just
About
started
it?
Alzheimer's about 9/11. You mean? And,
Yeah.
my dad used to visit me in every prison,
Yeah.
so we talked all the time, and I was very close with my dad. And and he was a really realistic guy. He wasn't a conspiracy theorist either at all. I can't say I'm not. I've learned to become more.
It's that cord. You got to pull that cord out.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the red cord.
Oh, okay. What I've learned is to become more of a conspiracy theorist the older I get, and that sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what happens. This has got to be fixed.
Put your ashtray on it.
Yeah, not a good fucking design, yeah. But anyway, it is, but it's not. So anyway, I'm not really, but there are some that I kind of tend to want to believe. Like, okay, I'm a believer in this with conspiracy theories. When it comes to something that's so elaborate, where maybe 5 or 10 people can do it and that's it, and then 5 die for a car wreck, or something can happen. That that's old saying, and I sell a T-shirt on my website. 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead, because you take JFK killing John F. Kennedy. You wouldn't remember, was the president of the United States.
Why?
Of
I
course.
remember.
Nick remembers. Nick's mother
Well,
don't remember.
I know of it.
Right, your
I
mother
know
wasn't
the
born.
story.
I was only 3 years old.
So you wouldn't remember either.
No,
If we circle back to that.
I actually remember
But we
cartoons
know
being
this.
shut off. Because
Oh.
absolutely,
You were pissed.
What happened was we only had 7 stations. Period in TV. No cable, none of this.
And that circles back to, as you're getting older, you're believing more and more of the conspiracies, because we all have more knowledge and we can form more of an opinion than
100%.
what
But then
you
there's more
were
nuts
capable
out
of,
there
yeah.
giving you false information.
Just like that news clip I showed you, where all the news broadcasters were saying the same thing.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They're
the
indoctrinating you.
The agenda, yeah.
It's true with information. A lot of people don't understand why. A lot of people ask me for my opinions on stuff, and I'll give them my opinion, but I usually give it after I do a lot of research. And when I say research, I don't watch just Fox News and want to talk about.
You go down rabbit holes. I've seen it.
You see?
I'm like, all right, Larry, that's enough. That you're on your seventh tab you've opened. Let's
I
circle
do go
this
down
around.
rabbit holes a
Yeah.
lot. And when I go down, I want to go and I even look where the information, how reputable the person was who reported it. You had guys like, they had these crazies. You had some of these. What's the guy who talked about the one conspiracy that Sandy Hook, the kids, the 20 kids that were
Alex
killed,
Jones?
Alex Jones. What a conspiracy theorist he is. He said it never happened. It was actors and stuff. And he did that just to garner, I think, people. And that hurt people. I mean,
Yeah.
you get your kid killed and you're just writing them off like a scumbag.
He had his fans go to these motherfuckers' houses.
Right.
Yeah.
And ask for the
And
kid.
be
Well, you're
"Fuck,
hiding the
where's
kid.
your kid?" And they're like, "My kid is fucking dead, bro."
Yeah,
Like,
exact-
that is fucked up.
It
That
really is.
so messed up.
It really is.
It's messed up.
And I look at that, Nick, and I say, wow, that's fucked up, is right. And, we can't let conspiracy theories make you nuts. There are some that are probably real. And though, listen, I can tell you conspiracy theories, but I don't know if you even can call it a conspiracy theory, that there's innocent men who've been killed and executed by the government. Some people, that's a conspiracy. They just saying that. No, it's not. I mean, we could show you facts later. The case or
What about
whatever.
the
it is.
Epstein?
Well,
That was always a conspiracy theory
that
until
is
it
to this-
fucking wasn't.
It is. No, it's still
I
a
mean,
conspiracy
why'd he go to
theory.
jail then?
No, conspiracy theory how he died.
Oh, well, that too. But before all that happened, it was all rumors and hearsay that Pizzagate and they were selling kids.
No,
and-
that pizza, he wasn't involved in that. He was involved in just with the other guys with child and sex. They
Well,
didn't
that
say he was
circles
involved
back-
in that.
Well, Pizzagate is a conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
You know?
what
But
a
is it-
conspiracy on that one.
I don't know, man.
They went to the place. I love these shows that do that. They try to expose, and especially conspiracies that are now. it would be very hard to disprove a conspiracy of JFK. John F. Kennedy was killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. Well, why people thought it was a conspiracy, and obviously he got killed. They think he was killed by the CIA, and then they think he was killed by the mob for his brother, Bobby Kennedy, who's the Attorney General of the United States.
I've been hearing a lot of mob stories, so I don't know if that one's very far-fetched, bro.
You're starting to believe a lot of that shit now. Nick didn't believe this shit until he started working here. It's funny, Nick, because, we talked about, like, even the politics, in a way. We're talking about how crazy it is now. Think of how crazy it was when JFK was the president, and he appoints his own fucking brother as the Attorney General. You talk about nepotism. You talk about, keep it in the family. Now, that's the Attorney General who investigates everybody, the president, anybody. Oh, he's my brother. Hey, Dave, you want to be the Attorney General? Oh, boy, that would be a fucked up country. David, my brother, is the Attorney General. How do you like that? Oh, Nick's not even saying it. He can't even talk. I've never seen Nick stunned for words. My brother is the Attorney General. Got Nick stunned for words. Yeah. But on the real, what I look at with all these conspiracy theories, we're going to go down a couple of them. And,
And I got a couple more for you.
Oh, I know. I was looking at a couple of the sites.
Yeah.
So we were looking at a couple of sites, and I debunked a couple because we down the rabbit hole.
Even if we debunk them, we can still talk about them.
Oh, no question.
Of course.
People think the moon landing was a what do you believe?
It's an iffy one, bro.
Why?
I would just say it's very plausible to fake it.
Why? How?
Just graphics, like
you
the quality of the film.
Down then? Back then, you think they had the technology back then, the graphics?
I mean, have you seen the footage? It's not that hard to, set up a set in a warehouse and film a moon landing.
I'm gonna go back to one.
And yeah, I do think that they had graphics back then. Yes, they did.
Not like you're thinking today. Like you can AI. Nick's
I'm
new
not thinking about
AI.
Oh yeah, she's on.
She's working
She's
overtime.
on call at all times.
And Nick, but when you think of what you just said, again, I'm gonna go back to
What about the vacuum, the wind blowing?
Well, I can tell you that.
No stars.
There's no. I'm gonna debunk both of those now. I can right now.
Now, I believe we went to the moon? We probably did, but we.
I'll tell you why I did.
I don't know.
Okay, first of all, those two theories. Oh, there's a flag waving. First of all, the flag wasn't waving there. You could see there's an arm. The flag was rolled up for 4 days straight, so it had some creases in it. And oftentimes, the astronauts did not pull the arm out all the way, so it looks like it is. And I totally believe that. And there's no stars because the shutter speed, the cameras were made to actually just take
cameras.
Yeah, and they were made to take just the landing, not the moon surface. And
Did you hear about the boots being different? That's also something they are trying to say.
I never heard that, but there are boots at Kennedy Space Center. See, here's why I disagree with it too, because I've been to Kennedy Space Center, and they show you stuff, that exact stuff.
Apparently, this is all alleged, of course. Exactly. I don't believe this, but I do see it online that it's either or. But apparently, on the moon, the prints for the shoes are striped. Like the shoe prints are striped, but the astronaut boots are like squared on the boots. And that's a big one people are saying too.
I don't know enough to say yes or no, but I can't believe that's the only thing, if that's the one. Who knows? Maybe it was another guy's boot that they took the wrong picture and it went in. And I only think of that again. I'm going to come back to the one thing I go on that is too many people would have to be in on that kind of a conspiracy, whether the rocket going up, landing, all the people in Houston. Houston has the Space Center too, and that's where they transfer over communications. So the Houston Space Center.
Houston, we have a liftoff.
Right?
Is that it? I thought Houston was someone's name this whole time.
Oh my God. So you have that theory, and I just have to believe. There's too many people would have to be involved in that conspiracy.
Have you seen that video of not Neil Armstrong, that other astronaut that punched that guy in the face?
Oh yeah, Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz knocked that guy out.
Yeah, and he was 80.
He threw that hook so fast he didn't even.
Oh, first of all, let me give you a little rundown on that. People used to ask me and ask a bunch of us back in the day, even years ago, who is the premier people on Earth? And the premier of whether it's health, brains, everything. And it's astronauts. You take an astronaut. You have to be in the best of health. I mean, they go through you. If you have like fucking like, a lazy eye, or something, you're out. Astronaut. You colorblind, this thing, heart rate.
Yeah, you
size.
can't have glasses. You can't. Yeah. 20/20 vision.
They are unbelievably amount of physical. And
Imagine
then
telling a second grader who wants to be an astronaut who has glasses.
Hey,
Like,
kid,
fuck you, kid.
you can't make it. You got bottle glasses. Those Coke glasses ain't gonna make it.
Ain't gonna make you far in life, kid.
Oh, Jesus, Nick.
Dream of something else.
Oh, fuck, Nick. You just fucked some kid up who's home right now with his glasses on.
He's ripping the fucking posters down as we talk.
But you have, they're so smart, now intelligent level. You were talking about like top 1% brain power. Most of them are high IQ, like men's, which is 140 up IQ. So you have to think about all of that, Nick, and say, what you can't, and athletes are not like that. They're not as smart. They might be better at running or something of that nature, jumping or pissing or something, but not that. So astronauts, and I don't think you could take all those astronauts who trained their whole fucking lives. I mean, from 2 years old, the kid who did not have the Coke glasses, and tell him, this is all going to be bullshit. You're going to do this. You're going to walk around. You're going to sign autographs. And then moon mission. And here's another thing. Let's take the Russians. Let's take the Chinese going to the moon. Let's take everybody that has done that, or now afterwards have done astronauts and knows the understanding of space. They wouldn't even be doing this if they thought it was a hoax of any sort like that. So that's one that I totally don't believe.
It's all part of the New World Order, man.
Now there's another one. The New World Order. Well,
Holy
we
shit.
know there's Illuminati. There's a.
You know for a fact?
Well, listen, I know because I met one of them. I went under their door.
Oh my God!
Remember
Okay,
the doorkeeper?
Yeah, we know there's an Illuminati.
We even know
We're
the
gonna get
headquarters
whacked
is
after
not
this.
Denver. The headquarters is not Denver. It's in the Empire State Building. And we know one of the gatekeepers up on the 86th
For
floor.
sure, gatekeeper.
And I'm not going to mention his name, but he reached out in a way that he couldn't have known.
And he goes. He's gone.
And he's
Is
gone.
he gone?
I don't know. That's a good one. Wow, he probably.
He knew like every.
Yeah.
He knew some. I don't know, man. That was weird. It's got me tongue tied.
Yeah. So he.
Not saying these are all facts, but.
Well, no, they are facts for us.
They're facts for us. For
I
sure.
mean, because we're not.
It was like
bullshitting.
a weird acid trip.
Yeah,
It was like.
And we're on the 102nd floor of the world. Just to let everybody know, we did the highest podcast live podcast in the history of YouTube, history of podcasts. 102nd. I don't mean elevation because maybe somebody in the Himalayas did shit, or Denver's 5,000 feet high. I'm talking about in a structure above the ground level of where you're at. We're at the 102nd floor of the Empire State Building. World Trade.
Maybe in
Empire
America.
State Building.
I just find it very hard to believe nobody in Dubai has been live on the roof.
You've not heard it. You've never heard it. You'd think so. Maybe one of those guys is going to go up there now, and they can come and I'll give them the certification. But we're going to certify that. But that conspiracy of okay, here's another.
The Denver airport. Let's stick on that. How do you feel about the blue Satan horse and all the weird paintings and shit?
I think they did that on
You've
purpose.
been there, right?
Yes, I've been to Denver airport. Didn't even notice it, to be honest.
You didn't notice all that weird shit?
No.
You didn't look. You didn't care to look.
I didn't give a shit.
That was some creepy shit, dude.
When I'm in an airport, I want to get the fuck out of there. I mean,
Not that one. That one you got to look around at.
No, I was in that airport for a long time. I slept in that airport because I was after we did Red Rocks concert. I was at Red Rocks, which is unbelievable. You got to go there. It's a bucket list thing.
I've been to Colorado multiple times. Haven't been there yet.
Been to Red Rocks.
I've been to Boulder, Castle Rock.
But Red Rocks is the
XP.
amphitheater. You heard of it?
Yeah.
It's a natural concert theater in the rocks. The acoustics are amazing.
Aspen.
And I've never been to Colorado except for that.
Aspen made me feel uncomfortable. It was the richest thing I've ever experienced was the town of Aspen. People literally had jets, like, on the road, like private jets, just right there. And
that's not even in the top.
And then their homes were right there. No, Aspen's is one of the most wealthy places you can live.
Yeah, but it's not in the top 5.
You sure?
West Palm Beach, Florida. Go down there, 50 million.
I-
To Howard Stern.
That was some crazy shit I witnessed. It was like weird fake AI town. It was like I did not believe that any of it was real. Like people were like walking strollers and their dogs with like happy families.
And I heard,
kids were
I heard like Breckenridge is
kids
like
were
that
like,
over it, you know.
yeah, it's right next to Aspen. Kids were like skateboarding and laughing at the park. It was all clean and colorful.
You mean no graffiti?
It was crazy, man.
Dogs don't even shit there. Do
No,
they?
no. That's what I'm saying. It was all a fake, made up AI town. I was like looking at my friends, like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Like,
you'll be arrested.
yeah. We need to get the fuck out of here. The cheapest thing you can buy is like a $30 bottle of water. We need to leave, dude. Like, because we were going.
You had $30 for the whole trip.
Yeah. We were going camping. Like, we didn't have any money for the fucking trip. We had gas money and a backpack.
Oh, I love it. Good for you. That's the way to do it. I I'm glad you did that because a lot of people, they ask me, I'm not ready for, what should I do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let it happen, man. You'll find it.
We read on All Trails, which is like a hiking. It's a hiking thing where you just figure out trails, and it was our first camping trip ever, or our first hike ever. We bought gear, and the thing was like a 5 rating. Like, if you're a beginner, like it was not joking around. It was like, do not, in all capitals, try this trail. And we were like, fuck it. We're built different. We're not built different. That was the hardest. That was the hardest shit I've ever done in my entire life. It was straight up a mountain for 30 miles. 30 fucking miles.
No, it's not 30 miles.
It was
There's
up
no
and
30
down.
mile.
Yeah, it was up
no
and down.
30
Well,
miles.
it was 4 mountains, so it was up a mountain and then down a little
but
bit.
You got to remember,
up and down,
mountain
up
is
and down,
only,
up and down.
a couple thousand feet.
Well, the whole trail was 35 miles. But
Cause
it wasn't straight up.
I got
But
you.
The 3 miles it was straight up felt like 30 fucking miles.
Yeah, because 5,200 something feet or is a mile. So people don't realize. Colorado, Denver, Colorado is 5,000 feet above sea level. So it's only a mile above sea level. It's not like, I'm up in Now you take Florida. Florida's like 7 feet or 14 feet.
Florida's the flattest thing I've ever been to.
Oh, it is very flat.
I thought St. Louis was flat with no hills.
No,
Missouri.
St. Louis had some hills. I mean,
Compared to Florida,
Yeah,
it's got
the
fucking
mountains.
hills. Yeah.
but Florida's full of flat land and crazy motherfuckers. Because we will know that. So listen, the Denver, Colorado one, with the headquarters Illuminati, I don't even know what the fucking Illuminati does.
So when you say they did that on purpose, what do you?
They said it. I read a couple articles.
It was just a we spent
No.
$5 billion on a joke.
No, they've
like-
embraced the fact, that rumor, and they put things there now. In other words, the town of Denver, the town of Denver embraced it. It says, I'll tell you, the actual.
They
word.
just embraced it. No, I think it's a double slap, man. I think it's trying to be like, yeah, no, we're here. They're really fucking there. They're just trying to make it a joke.
Well, you mean they're flipping the switch now?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Okay, here's a good one.
I don't think that's something to joke about, putting a Satan horse on your fucking property.
Listen, and where you and I differ, I don't give a shit about any of that crap.
I don't either, but I just think
Satan's gonna get you.
I don't either,
Jesus,
but I just
if you
think
say, God damn it, God's gonna get you. Really? God gives a fuck.
My mom's listening.
If there's a God, God gives a fuck that Larry said, God damn it. Holy shit, I don't want to be living there anyway. Take me to the devil real quick. But let me give you a couple ones that I want to touch on because people out there might check these out. Here's one I like. What do you believe with Bigfoot?
I just think that we're like too far ahead of an intelligent species that we wouldn't be able to find like someone walking around the woods in Colorado.
Oh, see, here's where I'm the different from you because I
think,
lived around. I've been around the world.
Now here's
I
the
flew
thing.
a lot
Do you
across
think that
the
there's
country.
one Bigfoot or a species of big feet? If it's real, it's got to be a species, and that's what I would believe in.
Well, I was just going there because we are finding new species underwater every day.
Yeah.
We find new species on land every
Yeah.
day. Things that you think you're around this, we just call it 100 years of where we knew what the fuck was going on. I don't mean the Indian days. Indian, am I allowed to say that? Native American days.
There we go.
The whatever it is, we've been around for so long and we still every day finding new shit,
Like the
new
Amazon?
living stuff
I could not imagine what's actually in the Amazon.
in the
all the
Amazon.
creatures and shit.
He's not talking about the shopping network. Everybody, he's talking about Amazon, the Amazon rainforest in South America. In the Amazon or anywhere under the ocean. I swam in the Mariana Trenches, which is 36,000
terrifying.
feet deep, and I swam
It's
in it.
terrifying.
It's not terrifying because water is water. You drown in 10 feet, or you drown in 36.
Yeah, but there could be like a big octopus in there that
Oh,
nobody's ever seen.
They have found.
That's what I'm saying.
have found
Like, that's
shit.
terrifying.
But-
There's a lot less threat in 10 water feet than there is
But you know what?
36,000.
You know what? More people die in 10 feet of water than they do in 36,000
That's
feet of
drowning.
water.
I'm not talking about drowning.
I'm not talking.
some
I'm talking
big
about
alien.
sharks.
I'm talking about some big alien coming from
Well,
the bottom of the sea.
Boy, Nick, I've never heard of one alien coming up and getting anybody. So
You've never heard of
Wow.
shit. What's his name? Cthulhu.
You
never heard of Cthulhu?
Are you talking about Loch
He's-
Ness? How about the
No,
Loch Ness
Cthulhu.
monster?
You've never heard of Cthulhu?
No,
He's sleeping at the bottom of the sea, waiting.
Cthulhu. Don't let me start looking this up and find there's
Look
no
up
shit, and you
Cthulhu.
make me fucking yell at you.
No, there's a Cthulhu.
I believe in something could be out there that we have not discovered, so to speak. Obviously,
I'm big iffy on that.
iffy. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you believe in?
could be.
What about the Loch Ness monster?
There totally could be. Like,
Sure. Who knows what's
You
in
know?
these oceans?
now
and
is he in a
seas and-
lake and nobody's
Yeah,
found
that's the
him?
lake. Yeah, but
no,
the lake is
but
like an
in
ocean.
the ocean.
But the lake is like an ocean. You know,
okay.
there's lakes like
I believe there
Lake
could be one in
Michigan.
the ocean.
You know,
a couple of them.
Oh, it could be so
You
much
know?
stuff that we don't know.
Yeah.
And all of a
now, if
sudden-
it was like in a tiny lake, no. Like, you would have found that motherfucker.
Well, it
by
depends
now.
where it is. Again, until they went down there with sonar and every piece of it. They've done that. They've ran stuff, but they don't find it. But how do you know how elusive an animal is? Or listen, you try to find my cat in this house when you don't want to be found, and you can't find the fucking. You think, where'd he go? Remember, we thought my cat escaped, and
Yep.
we were looking all around. The fucker's behind the bed or something, hiding from something.
Yeah, we were looking for like an hour.
And he, I'm saying if an animal doesn't want to be found, a lot of their instincts are amazing, and they won't be found. So all of those like Bigfoot and Sasquatch. How about the abominable snowman?
If Bigfoot is real, he's, for one, an apex predator. For one, that's that.
Why?
He's the most silent creature. He's bigger than everything. He can
Well, he's not big-
climb. He's fast. I watched. I'm a big documentary on this Bigfoot guy. The species, he's for sure an apex predator. One of the most silent creatures out there. He's had to evolve and adapt, avoiding everything.
He is.
Yeah.
And so you think there's a Bigfoot that's an apex? Well, what does he eat? You think?
I don't know. I'd say just trees and.
See, now you think he's like a gorilla. See, I would think if he's an apex, he's eating goat and deer and whatever.
I think
else he
there'd
can
be
eat.
too much evidence at then. He'd leave too much. I think.
Well, I'm sure that-
I think then his ass would have been found already, leaving fucking mauled carcasses out there.
You do see mauled carcasses from bears and everything.
But then they
else.
can be like, "This is a motherfucking bear."
Yeah,
A wolf did this.
So this guy's a plant eater.
I feel like he's a plant eater.
like a gorilla.
Yeah.
Gorilla's a plant.
I mean,
eater.
he's an ape. Would he not be like some type of ape?
Then you're saying he's human because I believe in evolution and I believe we were all apes.
There's
maybe
still
he's a guy
gorillas
that's
out
stuck.
there. No, yeah. He
there's
could have
a guy that's
branched
stuck.
off. Yeah, he could have branched off.
Right,
into
he could have been
another
half
thing.
human, half man.
Yeah.
So I mean listen, if you really want to talk about something that could be, I have to
Just
believe
branching
that.
off. Yeah.
Just like the abominable snowman. It could have been some guy, whatever that was in, and he himself did that. Because you look at the pictures, and now he's living in freezing shit.
Put that wire up more. Try to plug it in a little more.
The wire?
Yeah.
Oh,
Try
this
to
one?
plug it in more.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Oh, am I having
Yeah, no, he's climbing up trees.
am I having problems?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
Is it good
Try
now?
not to move it, yeah. It's good now.
Okay.
You're all good.
Nick's yelling at me now.
Sorry.
We'll fix that.
Yeah.
I do think that the okay, let's get a couple more conspiracy theories.
What
Now,
about
I mean, I like those human ones that people haven't found because I think they're the
what
harder
about
ones
the
to prove.
Titanic? Have you heard about the Titanic?
Yes, you're talking about that. It really wasn't the Titanic; it was the Oceania.
But have you heard that on the flip side, that J.P. Morgan and the Rothschilds sunk it to get rid of all the other millionaire competitors?
I did not hear
There's
that.
one out there.
conspiracy.
that the Rothschilds and J.P. Morgan sunk the ship.
They were the rich of that. Back then, they were the rich.
It was all publicized, who's who. If you were you needed to be on the boat. So all these rich investors got on the fucking boat, and the people on the boat were, what's it called?
They were rich people, obviously.
They were very rich people.
And there were 1,500 people who died.
Yeah.
1,500.
And the people
and Leo
got on the
DiCaprio
boat.
didn't die, He didn't die. He survived.
Yeah.
And
the people they got on the boat were the millionaires who were against the Federal Reserve. And that's why they sunk the boat. Just a loose one.
I don't believe that.
That's what
I
people
do
are
believe
saying.
the conspiracy that there was a solar flare
Oh,
that caused it.
Okay.
Now, do you remember that one? Or that one I was reading about?
Got the navigation all messed
right,
up.
because I've been on ships and I do that, and a lot of things can affect your navigation equipment. And if you have a compass that goes out, you don't even know which way you're going. And back then, you're talking, I think it was 1910 or 19 something like that. They didn't have much navigation. That's why I talk about today. They have everything. But what happens if that shit goes? I can read stars.
And it's in the middle of the
celestial
night.
navigation. I can do that.
In the middle of the night.
The what?
It was in the middle of the night.
Yeah, absolutely. So no sight.
But there were reports of a bunch of icebergs in the area.
Yeah, the whole North Atlantic has icebergs. So
it was a big ass iceberg.
Well, people don't know this. An iceberg only shows 10% of it.
Oh, I think everybody knows that.
No, they don't.
I think that's a very well known fact. Personally, I think that's a very, very well known fact.
Maybe you're educated. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're into. Maybe they did that on South Park.
No, that's where Cthulhu came from.
Okay.
But then Cthulhu is, it's a real thing people believe in.
I never
It's
heard of it.
not a religion, but a cult. It's like a cult of people.
Cults. But okay, let's give another
Cults
good
are
one.
also interesting. Maybe we should do a cult.
Well, we'll do a whole
cult
show on
day,
cults. But I just want to keep going on conspiracy theories because I'd like this conspiracy. How about Bill Gates? I like Bill Gates.
Okay.
I'm a fan of Bill Gates because people say, "Oh, he supports GMOs." You know what GMOs are, right?
Like food?
Genetically modified.
In the food, yeah.
And
did you see?
Wait, the reason I like Bill Gates is, and he believes in it, and he says he does because he goes, we better believe in it because we're going to have the hard time feeding this world. Nick, what you don't get, when I was your age, you're maybe even a little younger, you know how many people are on Earth?
No, it's
3 billion people,
so
less than that even.
Crazy,
I think.
man.
Now there's 7 billion,
and that's
people
only in a couple years.
In
that's
30 years.
Technically, that's only in a couple years.
Yeah,
technically,
that's a drop in a hat in
Yeah.
society. It's a civilization.
Yeah, technically, that's only a few years compared to the 1800s. Not saying that's when you were born, but like the 1800s
even that,
to now.
I mean, you're talking about
is nothing. That's nothing.
I think there was 1.8 billion. I remember America. United
States
States had 160 million people. Now it's got 350 million people. Are you kidding me? Think of that.
Yeah.
That's just the numbers. And you know what people don't get on that? I hate to sound like some kind of, doomsday guy. What are we going to do with the trash? We're already trashing the oceans with plastics.
You don't believe in trash. I've noticed. You don't believe trash is a
No,
problem.
I don't believe in recycling because they're bullshitting us.
Yes, you don't believe that. Yeah.
No,
That's
I don't.
so weird.
No, I didn't say I don't believe in things going away. I don't believe I should be paying these waste companies who are charging me as it is now to let me become a garbage man. Let me separate my trash and wash it like some people I know.
No one's talking about washing the trash.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, we have a person in this house
I know, but
that washes the
that's
trash.
your mom. That's not the trash companies telling you to wash the
No,
trash.
they do that.
They're just begging.
They
no, they
do
are
that.
not. There are no trash companies asking you to wash your fucking trash.
Absolutely. Recyclables,
No.
they ask you to wash.
Then don't recycle it. Throw it away. What I'm saying is don't fucking don't in your recycling bin where you're recycling shit, don't just throw food in it in fucking
Why?
your normal
it's all
trash.
going to one place and it's getting automatically separated by a machine.
No, it's not. And that's why they ask you not to do that. It's not getting automatically separated. If it
I
has
won't
food
do
in
it. You're wrong on this, and my
also
brother
think
will.
they
My
still-
brother will verify it if he comes in.
But
He what? No, because recycling. Listen, I am all for the environment. I am wow. I'm gonna probably get a lot of backlash on what I'm gonna say. A lot of younger generation believes in this, and I don't buy it. But we're destroying the planet. We got to do our part. You better recycle. You got to, I don't know, conserve something. They've been telling me. I'm born in 1961. They've been telling me since 1980. If we keep at this pace, the world will be done by 2000. Not a thing has changed. Now,
Except for
say,
the
people.
The number of
I did
people.
not say there's not more people and there's not that. You can't stop
there's
that.
more trash.
Let's stop that. Let's say nobody can have babies.
I think they're
anymore.
trying to stop.
Well, I mean that's a good
conspiracy. No one can have
theory
any babies anymore.
Who?
Or no, they have to have babies now.
No, matter of fact, the United States is going to lose to the world because we're not having babies enough. Actually, you have to have so many per family.
Yeah.
To keep a.
Well, you can't. No one can afford that shit, dude.
No, and
I can barely afford
let's get back to climate
dog.
change for 1 second. Yes, has there been climate incidents and more seas and higher stuff? I've been told that the Keys were going to be underwater since the 1990s. Oh, my Key West is so low, it's going to be taken. It's the real estate down there is going for more money, so somebody's
bullshit. You know exactly when that shit's not gonna. If it's going underwater, you think anyone's gonna invest anywhere?
Right.
People are way too fucking smart with their money that they're gonna keep dumping money into something that's not gonna be here in 50 years. There's no way a bank is gonna give a goddamn loan to something that is going to be underwater
in 20 years or 10 years, right?
Yeah.
No. But you've been hearing that, and I'm not saying that I am a believer in climate change. I'm not a believer in what we're doing about it.
Yeah, like switching over to these batteries that's
number one bullshit. If you want to really talk, you know how much it takes.
They're going to be here forever.
And do you know how much fucking energy it takes to make a battery?
Yeah.
Not only that, oh my God. Then it's all about cost because the cost is going to go up. What are you going to do with these batteries? And they're saying they can recycle this, they can do that. It's all big business. And it's all been bullshit. And until China, at 1.4 billion people, and India now, the most popular country in the world, they passed China, to let everybody know. That's 2.8 billion people against the United States, 350. If they're doing nothing, what the fuck does it matter with us? Is this all right still?
I just think that it's picking up an echo from that headset.
Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Well, we'll see about
Just unplug the headset if you don't want to wear it. Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of people in the world, a lot of trash. No.
No, that's good.
A lot of people, a lot of trash.
No, exactly. And human waste, we're and listen.
But there's still there's so much land.
You don't realize
we're all in like one space.
Well,
there's so much.
Why
I went to the mountains in Aspen and I was like mind blown. I was like, holy fuck, this is a lot of room.
Have you ever flown across country?
Like in a plane?
Yeah.
I've been on a plane, yeah.
You ever flew across country from California to New York or something like that?
I mean, I've been from, Missouri to California, and I was like...
On a plane?
I was like, we have a desert here?
Right. No. So then you realize when you look out a plane window and you see
here.
how much land we have.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Land is always only as good as the resources around it. And that's why even from the beginning of evolution, Indians or Native Americans or whoever it is always had properties near rivers because that's commerce.
Yeah.
They could fish for survival. Not only that, they can transport things. They can go down river or upriver. How are they going to do things? So the problem is civilizations are always, yes, they're expanding. They're going out. I remember here in where I live right now, nothing was west of a place called Wickham Road. Nothing. It was desert. I mean, swampland.
Well, you just showed me that they tapped into the Everglades.
Oh, out west of South Florida.
That's kind of fucked.
Now, if you come from a plane, you'll see it too, because they land.
That's kind of fucked.
And it's just what I'm getting at is
give those alligators their property back.
Yeah, fuck that. Let me explain something about all of that. What you're saying. The strong survive. And that's just
And the alligators have been here since the dawn of time.
Then they're going to take over.
Yeah.
But their pea brains ain't going to let them. And here's another thing.
Patient-ass brains. They're just waiting, man.
They don't want to see me.
They're very patient.
Well, you take, a lot of people up here in Central Florida where I live. And again, I'm probably going to hear about this. But, Larry, what are we going to do about the manatees? Well, the sea cows got to fucking go. I don't give a fuck. They're extinct. What do you want me to do? Fucking stop my life for a fat sea cow that's eating the grass that's ruining the fucking river anyway.
But they're cute.
I don't give a fuck. The strong survive. Things happen. Evolution happens. For whatever reason, if you believe in God, he made it that they would only live here for fucking 1,000 years. Now you're out. So I don't give a fuck. They say, save the manatees. No, don't save the fucking manatees. Why? Give me one good reason to save the manatee. Give me it. I can't.
I don't know anything about manatees.
I don't give a shit what you know about. Nobody's going to come here, scientists, tell me, if the manatees go, world's ending.
Now you got to save the bees.
Maybe, listen, bees produce honey and
you gotta save the bees.
And pollen, and there's a whole different thing on certain animals. I agree with.
You said fuck those manatees.
Well,
bro. They piss me. You got beef with these fucking manatees.
No,
man.
I do, because people fucking stop. Listen, you ever see the shit that goes on with fucking building? One fucking bird nests in a fucking land. They stop a project. What the fuck is this bird? Get the fuck out of here. Then if you're going to go that way, why are we going west when we're killing the panther, the Florida panthers? Or why are we, taking their habitat away? Oh, but that's okay. But then we shoot them when they get in your garbage. Whatever the hell it is. Listen, let it happen. Things happen, they happen. People won't see them in a zoo. See them on fucking line. You want to fucking go to a virtual zoo. I'll show you a fucking great manatee fucking video. It'd be great. So I'll show my great-grandkids.
An AI-generated manatee?
Sure, I'll show my grandkids that. What's that, Grandpa?
Yeah, you never got to see a woolly mammoth.
Right. I know about them in a book.
Yeah.
Big tusks and all that, and dinosaurs and all this shit. But things happen, and they go extinct, and that is called life, and it's called the circle of life. And guess what? Humans, whether they're a stupid fucking human or not, they are blessed with a brain a lot smarter than an animal. Well, I know some humans aren't smarter than dolphins. I know some humans aren't smarter than Morty. But, my point to you is we're too fucking pansy ass a little bit. But let's get back. I got to go back to conspiracy theories because you got me on a rant about fucking manatees.
No, you got yourself on a rant. You've been talking about these manatees for like a week now.
No.
You wanted to get
I'm
that
going
off
back
your
to
chest.
the Bill Gates. It's Bill Gates conspiracy. You know what that is?
Did you see...
Fake snow?
Did you... Yeah, I seen that.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
But you think about Bill Gates. That's not on TikTok. And the conspiracy theory was creating fake snow that burns instead of melts.
I did see that all over TikTok. People were like burning snow. I didn't really understand what was going on.
It's melted, motherfucker. That's what it is.
No, it was like turning black and burning. I seen the videos. But I'm not saying they're real.
Wood
I
or
just
some shit. That's fucking went up in the air. You ever see like when you go to a bonfire?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look these up.
Spoiler alert. He wasn't making.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
So
did you see back to the GMOs? Have you seen that new? It's broccoli that has meat grown into it that you can cook. It's like pork. They like injected cells, pork
Stop.
cells.
Can't happen.
No, this
pork can't grow. It comes from an animal.
No, they're growing meat, Larry. No, this is real. This is an actually real thing. I'll look it up. They are growing meat everywhere now.
How do you know? It's fake meat. They're calling it
fake meat, but
so it's not meat.
They're putting cells, meat cells, and these cells are growing into food that you can eat.
Oh, it's like when they were making. You remember when they put an ear on the back of a rat?
Same thing.
Kind of shit.
Same exact thing. Same thing. Meat broccoli. Let's look this up.
Okay, here's another one. I listen. Amelia Earhart. You don't know who she is?
Oh, this is one I totally believe in. 100%.
Oh, that she was eaten by crabs?
Yeah. Have you seen those crabs?
They don't even know where she fucking crashed.
They have an idea of where she crashed.
An idea, and I've been there.
There's big old crabs.
I have been to the island that they say she crashed in the Pacific. I was, when we were in the Coast Guard, we went to islands, Palmyra Island and all that kind of stuff, these little atolls, right, in the Pacific. Cool as hell. And Amelia Earhart was the young woman who, 1937, she crashed a plane and just went off. They suspect she ran out of fuel, ditched in there. Now, the one conspiracy, this is just such, there isn't one iota. I've never seen
We'll watch
one.
a whole video on it. There's a whole documentary.
Yeah, but what?
And I was like, I believe it.
Here's why. I think she was really fucking abducted by aliens out of the plane.
You think that?
That's just as good as
No,
the
it's
eating one.
not.
Why not?
Crabs and aliens?
Well, just as good. There's the
No.
exact same amount of proof. Same exact amount of proof.
No.
Yeah? Give me one thing.
We'll watch the documentary after this. How about that?
The little
There's a whole
spoiler,
documentary.
people, don't watch it.
No, watch it.
Watch Gotti.
Well, that's me being like, where the fuck is the proof on these stupid Sasquatches? Where is the proof?
They have
They're
footprints.
aliens.
They have footprints. They have pictures. They have video actually of him walking. I looked like a Sasquatch when I was in my Speedos down in Cancun. That's how bad I looked.
See, it could have just been somebody.
It might have
could've
been
been
a
some
Larry in a
fucking-
black outfit, but I don't know. There we go. Hold on.
I do believe in that one, though.
You know which ones
got
I was
8.
looking at on this that
She got
really
8.
messed me up?
What?
These 5G conspiracies. All of them.
I didn't even want to look at that one.
Well, all of them. They put off radiation.
Go live in a fucking cave.
No shit.
Go live in a goddamn
But you know what?
cave.
You know what? You're wrong about that, Nick. They have found that there were. I remember when I was younger, there were towers.
My modem is giving me radiation.
No, I didn't say modem. I'm saying there were areas in the United States, and it was done proven fact now that like 80% of the women couldn't get pregnant because they had no. I mean, they lived near like a cell tower back in the day.
Fucked up.
Yeah. Now,
Well, there was no regulations back then, so I can believe that
I
one.
was just saying, you tell them that that's all bullshit. I don't think you could, and I think that's bullshit too. In other words, you have to have some kind of basis for a conspiracy theory, in my mind.
We're hopping into the Mandela effect.
Mandela.
The Mandela effect.
Okay, give me the Mandela.
It is a theory that there are 2 different universes with 2 different memories that people have lived. Like,
You're talking about the
And now
it's
you're
like a
saying-
matrix, you mean?
kind of like a matrix. Let's just call it a matrix. But there's 2 different memories that half the world have. Like, some people think How do you think Looney Tunes is spelled?
Looney. Looney and then tunes. Tunes.
See? And maybe it's just an education thing,
Because that's the way it's spelled, right?
Let me see. How did you spell it?
Looney and then tunes.
Well, how do you spell tunes?
Tunes.
Tunes? Okay.
How-
A lot of people thought it was spelled Toones or Toons.
No.
No? Okay,
Never
well,
did
what
I hear
about the Luke, I am your father from Star Wars?
Luke, I am your father. The dark side.
It was never that.
But why not?
It was never, that's never been it. It was always, no, I am your father. That's the line. That's the line to the movie. So it's kind of like that thing, where a lot of people think, Luke, I am your father is the right saying. It was never that. The right saying is, no, I am your father. But you have memories where it was, Luke, I am your father.
That is the most fucked up thing you're saying. You're telling me of a word one way. Same
this is-
meaning. It was said one way, the same exact meaning.
What do you mean?
What you just said, both
Well,
ways.
these are memories. Like
what I'm getting at, what you're saying is, I know what you're saying. I'm saying that's, when you're talking about memory. I used to
like
say,
Smokey the Bear.
did you know we're
You know his
all
name's
on a
not
match head right now?
Did you know Smokey the Bear is not his name?
What's his name?
It's just Smokey Bear.
It's not Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, it's just Smokey Bear.
Okay, so what's the big fucking deal?
I just don't think.
What
you
I'm
get the
getting at is,
theory.
who gives a fuck?
Here's a funny one. Here's the funny one. How many states are there?
If you don't notice 50
How many
states, then
states
fucking
are
you're an
there?
idiot.
A lot of people think there are 52 states.
Why?
That's-
Where does 52 come in here?
A lot of people say they learned that there are 52 states.
Okay, let me give you a little history question, Mr. Nick.
Okay, here's
Can you
another
name
one.
the
You'll like
last
this one.
2 states?
It's the
Can you name the
Hawaii
la-
and Alaska.
Do you know what year?
No, I don't care.
It was just before I was born.
Do you know Mr. Mouse?
Oh,
Here's a good
my
one.
hero?
Do you know Mr. Mouse?
Anybody out there, I got to tell them, if you have not known Larry's hero, I just sent my team a meeting message that we have at 12:30.
That's fucked up. You shouldn't, as a boss, I don't think you should send that.
Well, it happened, and it might happen again. It's going to be my new screensaver. Mickey Mouse on South Park is my hero. Just look up Jonas Brothers Mickey Mouse South Park. 2-minute clip. That's my hero. Okay.
So, Mr. Mouse, a lot of people know him that he doesn't have a tail. Like, he's animated, he doesn't have a tail. Well, he has a tail.
He does, and I remember him when he had a tail.
See, I think you're just a very educated man. You know?
I remember his tail.
You remember it distinctly.
I swear to God, I remember it coming out of his thing. They used to have it back in the day.
Well, that's the Mandela effect.
Well, listen,
and it's also a conspiracy. Do I believe in it? Well, not really, but it's one of the biggest ones out there.
Here's a conspiracy theory I believe in.
Berenstain Bears.
Queen Elizabeth I was a man.
That one was funny.
No, you know why? Because he looks like a fucking man.
I mean, it totally could be. They did some crazy shit to keep their bloodline back then.
Oh yeah,
you know?
fucking A. And maybe Charles is a vampire.
I read that 42 laws of power.
King is a vampire. You know?
48 laws of power.
Yeah.
I thought the book was going to be on like actually something I really wanted to know, and it was the craziest shit. It was not like I thought it was like this is how I'm going to learn how to like actually be like powerful thoughts and like thought provoking. It was just being like, no, if you lived in the medieval days, someone was going to stab you in the fucking neck and take everything you had before you were 12,
and it was legal.
Yeah.
Or you know,
they were killing kids, bro, for no reason.
Listen, back in the Roman days, they were fucking
that
kids.
Shit was fucking
they were
savage,
giving kids
bro.
away for trophies.
That shit was savage.
That's
Thank
why,
God we have like laws and shit now.
You know, I get your laws, but you know, that's why I don't understand. You know, we're in LBGT month, and I'm a supporter of it. And people go, "What do you mean?" I totally support. Here's why.
You just flip that switch.
Yeah. Well,
what are we
talking about shit
now?
That was bullshit, and people. Oh my God, this is no. Oh my God, gay. The Romans were fucking.
Oh, okay.
You know, fighting in arenas for the handsome guy to go with. You know, or Greek gods were. You know,
they were all having like group orgies.
Yeah,
and sex
group
and
orgies
like,
and shit and sex and man sex and everything else.
Man sex.
Well,
musty man sex.
Musty man sex. Whatever. But you know, we are just so fucking tied up in our own way that we think our way is the highway. And that kind of pisses me off. And I think I've learned through my age, I don't judge Muslims because people go, oh, how can they do that? Well, that's the way they all grew up, and that is legal, and that is normal there. The woman gets stoned when she fucks around. Okay, I might not like it, but I don't live there. I didn't grow up that way. But who am I to impose my will on those people who that is all they ever known? And who are we now, the morals police? This government, when the president can't stand at a commencement speech? You know, I mean, whatever it is. I mean, I should have said that.
I'm gonna have to push back on the whole morals thing. Then it's like, why fight for prison rights?
Because it's right. Because I was a prisoner.
So, stoning women, because that's what they...
But that is in another country. I never, ever came in this show.
Okay, you're just saying opposing on other countries' police.
I've never came here and said we should change El Salvador's prison system. Did I? Never.
Okay. All right. I see where you're coming from now. I just was a little confused on that.
We here in the United States have our own ways. Get it? And
you're basically saying don't waste the fucking money and energy. Let's get our shit ready. You know.
Don't waste money, energy, time on something. First of all, it's been proven over thousands of years, unless you're Donald Trump. It's celebrities been doing this for 1 million years. There's
another mouse one I like.
Oh, give me a mouse. But what I'm getting at, and I mean that is, we cannot impose our will because we think we're right on everybody else because we're not always right. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. You still in frame?
Yeah, enough. Maybe. All right, now I am. Yeah, I was pretty good in frame. So I think that, and I don't, man, I just live such a simple, I like the life I live. Get in the RV, go out, fuck around, and fucking come home. Or watch Mom. You know, help people. I try to help people in any little way I can until they make me so frustrated I want to choke them. No.
What the fuck?
What are you talking about, Mouse?
There's another Mr. Mouse theory.
Go ahead.
Conspiracy theory. People are believing that, or they've been believing that Walt Disney froze his body, right?
Oh,
You
that's
saw
been,
that one?
yeah, it's called cryogenic.
Yeah, which totally could be real. But here's the theory that is actually pretty interesting. That Disney got so fed up with that, people thinking that they created the movie Frozen to trick the search algorithm to get people off of that search.
I don't think people are that deep, even companies. Listen, Walt Disney's got Mickey Mouse behind him, and that guy's a kick-ass motherfucker, that
He'll
little
beat
guy.
the shit out of you.
He'll beat the
He'll
shit out of you.
He'll
Ask
fly
the Jonas
all the
Brothers.
way to Colorado to beat
Ask
your
the
ass.
Jonas Brothers. I'm all the way to Colorado. I'm going to do my impression of the mouse. We're going to show that on it. You can't. I don't think you can, right?
I mean, on a podcast, why not?
Yeah, who gives a shit, you know? Ha-ha! Come all the way from Colorado.
You could especially do the, audio, I think. I don't know.
That was funny as shit.
It's pretty fucking
I mean,
hilarious.
please, everybody, just go Google South Park, Mickey Mouse, Jonas Brothers. You will crack up. It's 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And
You're a big South Park fan now, huh?
well, no, I like the show. You got me into it, and I watch it. I
After
like
that clip, you were hooked.
I like it because
You're
it's a short
fucking
show.
hooked.
It's a 30-minute show, so it's really 20 minutes on the internet. They really hit on points. I mean, you got to say it. Do I believe all their shit? No. I mean, but
What do you mean believe?
meaning
What's the
they have their own beliefs for sure. I mean, and they push their beliefs. Those writers push what they believe, and instead of
Which is
well, like the school shootings, that people are taking nonchalantly. Like they were walking around like they had a classroom going, a shooting going on behind.
see, but
them.
it's not a belief. That's just the joke behind what's going on.
But the underlying belief is that we're I don't know.
I think you have to watch the whole show to be like, no, these guys really don't have an agenda that they're trying to push.
Well, I think the agenda is to fucking get sued by everybody. in
Except for the
country.
later seasons now. I have noticed there might be a little bit of an agenda.
And
or
what
a
would their
side.
agenda be?
Just kind of what you were talking about. I am agreeing. But the early seasons, there was absolutely no way.
Well, I'm not sure about that. But I will tell you this. So, anyway, going back to one more conspiracy theory. All right, we're going to do one more, if that's good by you.
Stretch.
Listen,
It's just gonna be
he had to mention that because now I have to talk about it. There's a South Park episode where the chief of police goes undercover to bust a prostitution ring. And he dresses up as a woman. Being it's LBG, we should play it for LBGTQ month. Yeah. With his hairy legs
really
and his
appropriate.
mustache. and he gets fucked. And he squats out and pushes out the cum and the, I can say anything. And I'm getting Nick, the producer, saying, no, this isn't YouTube, Nick.
Yeah, I know. It's just the way you word things sometimes.
Okay, now you talk about the Matrix. I just want to go back to that for 1 second. There's people who believe, and it could be, all of this is in our mind.
Oh, I'm gonna get into this.
You know what I said? Right now,
I'm gonna get into this.
we're really a dream of somebody
We could
else.
be AI learning.
No, we're a dream right now. This whole thing's a dream,
Well,
and
you
we're
can-
part of it.
You can literally just go deep into we could be ChatGPT learning right now, and thinking and just being a bunch of stems firing.
We could be
off.
living on
a match. head.
match.
If you believe in atoms, correct, and
Yeah, you mean that's
What's-
proven. That's called the
I know.
hydrogen bomb.
I get it. I get all that. But shit is so small and germs can have their own fucking world and their own science down there that we can't even measure,
Oh, we got to end the show on this one. Okay, forget the Matrix.
Like
We're gonna end
Ant-Man,
this one.
Ant-Man,
Oh,
Like Ant-Man. You seen Ant-Man?
yeah. Then when he got big, that
That's
was
just
cool. as
cool.
shit. Okay, I got a better one.
Have you seen the newer ones?
Yeah, I seen the one where he he was part
Where
of
he
the
goes into the-
Avengers.
Well, have you seen the one where he goes in the quantum realm?
No.
He gets so small that he goes into a different world.
Wow,
I don't know.
that's just
Could
great
be real.
writers.
It could be real.
But
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. Let's go.
You've
Last
never been that
conspiracy
small.
theory, everybody, and you're gonna like this one. I think the pandemic was fake. People look, and I know this is not good because people have lost a lot of people. But you might have lost your loved one to the flu, a very, very bad strain of some kind of, not this
Was it as bad as I think it was? No, not at all.
I
I think that we should have done what we did? No, I don't think that. I think that was a whole like.
That's
power
actually
thing.
how DeSantis, the
I think
governor
it
of
was a
Florida,
power
became known,
thing.
you know, by handling it the best.
I think it was a power thing for sure.
I think the governments literally want to see how far they can control people.
That's what I think it was just a power thing.
I mean, they were telling people
they're pushing
to
the envelope.
wash their mail.
And then they were sitting
And
back,
they were doing it.
They were sitting back laughing.
Yes.
Let's be honest. They were going on vacation. They were going fucking. They were the ones traveling. They were fucking going
Ted
out
Cruz
to the
goes
bars.
to Mexico.
Yeah, they were
Chris
going out
Christie
to
was on the
bars.
beach in New Jersey.
Come on, laughing. Just fucking laughing. I think it was a big push the envelope and see how far we can
I
go.
think you're right. I really do think that listen, I never
now,
was scared of
something going on for sure.
Sure. Is it? Listen, but we have diseases every day. We don't. You know, I think what hurt us too.
I feel like after the swine flu and that Ebola flu, they were like, let's push the envelope a little more.
No,
I
think here's what it is. I think they're also
scared.
trying to weaken our immune systems. And I'll tell you
yeah,
why.
no, that's
the more you wear
my
a
kid's
mask,
gonna go roll around in the fucking dirt.
I grew up, drank water out of a fucking garden hose with fucking swam in shit in the East River, literally shit in the East River, seatbelts, helmets, and as you say, Nick, I'm built different. I don't really get sick. Doctor, never had a disease in my life.
Well, when you do get sick, you just say you're not, and you just keep working.
I never had a disease in my life. Telling a doc today, not one disease ever. Not the crabs, not chlamydia or whatever the fuck they have today. Gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, any fucking disease. I never. That's hepatitis. Never. I had hepatitis A, which is nothing. Everybody has it and they fight it, and that's the end of it. And I think we are not. This is really, I think, detrimental to young people, very young, your age and younger, because immune systems need to be, especially at a younger age, needed to be developed. When this happened, you were about 20, right? 4 years ago, three and a half. You were 22.
Yeah, I was 22. I was old enough to drink for sure.
Okay, just old enough to drink. Isn't it crazy how you remember shit? Oh, I was old enough to drink. Yeah, but you had a fake ID, I'll bet.
I had a fake ID since I was 17.
And were you going into
bars?
And
motherfuckers were letting me into goddamn bars.
You look like a baby.
Look at me now. They won't let me into bars now, dude.
Every place we go with Nick, he's carded.
Now, imagine how I looked at fucking 17, dude. And I was just slick talking my way into fucking bars. Like, no, this is real. Like, this is legit, dude. Like, it's all legit.
Unbelievable.
All legit.
We didn't need a fake ID.
I think I've had 7 fake IDs.
When we were younger, we used to just go to the bar at 15, and they knew you were 15, and they say, "Hey, lad," I'm not kidding you. It was just like that. That's how it was, but that's what it is. Anyway, everybody, we got to go. Nick, I'm enjoying this format. I think we're going to catch on a topic and go.
Oh, I was saying you like leaning back and
chilling. No, I do. I think you're going to get better and better with the board. I think we're going to get sounds more.
2 buttons, let's be honest.
Well, no, there's more sounds.
Oh, yeah, I'll put my own sounds in here.
You can do that as well.
Yeah, I don't like these sounds.
Well, you can add more. You don't have to take them out. You can have so many more.
We have 6 slots right here.
No, and more.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, just keep going.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can put a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you can put. Okay.
You can put a lot of sounds in there. That's all I can say.
You can put 14 more sounds in here.
There you go. So that's 20 sounds. But anyway, Nick, I want to say to everybody out there, hey, listen, have fun. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. We're back, man. It's gonna
Any suggestion topics?
If you have a suggestion topic, you want it, and if you want to come watch the show, we have some people coming to watch the show Monday.
That cord.
Oh,
sorry, but
did it hit?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah, just
better now.
Good. Yeah.
We're gonna change that for Monday.
Yeah.
We got a couple of guys coming for Monday. Some fans are gonna come watch the show. Probably have donuts for them or something. But we'll have. And if they're 21 and I card them,
I can eat donuts now after my dental.
Hey,
I can find.
Yeah, if they're 21, they're carded. I'm gonna let them have, hit the bar.
And just go fucking crazy on the bar.
No, because I watched you go crazy on the bar, and it just costs too much money.
No, not anymore.
Oh no, you did something better.
Huh? Well, yeah, we upgraded me to captain.
Oh yeah,
I don't.
He's
get
only
the,
allowed
I don't
to
get
touch
the Glenn Levitt
He can't
anymore.
touch my Glenn Levitt. My
God
bourbon,
damn it!
My Maker's Mark, that $60 bottle shit. Keep it to the $20 bottle of Captain
I'll
Morgan.
do that. I'll do that.
But
Captain's good.
Anyway, guys, have a great day. Please, Nick, any other report?
Yeah, just stop touching that wire. That's all. Yeah. Totally went out.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
All right, guys, please stay
Nope.
safe. You mother. Wait,
All right, stop touching it now.
is it good?
Yeah, don't touch it.
All right. Everybody have a great day. Please stay safe. Make good choices, and we'll see you Monday.